So, welcome to the three-part series that we are doing all about self-portraits, particularly nude self-portraits and boudoir style photography. So, for both of us, this is really an art form that plays such a huge role in our own creative and self-expression. And we've realized how helpful it is for both of us. So, we really just want to make it more accessible to more people. Before we get too far, let's introduce ourselves.
Heck yeah.
So I'm Melissa. In 2020, I dove into self-portrait photography and just kind of like stuck with it from there. And now I have a course on self-portraits and how to use them for self-discovery. And I also do virtual one-on-one guided self-portrait sessions.
I don't know how I'm gonna follow that. Hello, my name's Irene. I am a boudoir photographer based out of Hamilton, Ontario.
So, as I said, it's been self-portraits have been this incredible tool for both of us. Um, and yeah, let's talk a little bit about how we got started.
I mean, the first time that I ever set up a camera to take photos of myself was when I was in university. I connected with the photos of myself in the sense of I would see myself and go, holy shit, that's me. I'm so hot. Like, this is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would show them to other people sometimes here and there. And when that began, it was, yeah, just the start of a really amazing journey.
My first official self-portrait session of like where I was consciously aware these are self-portraits and that's what I'm taking was probably, yeah, like during the pandemic. And I just like woke up one morning and was thinking, like, I don't even know. I had no thoughts. I just woke up and was like, I have to take photos of myself. Like, I have to set up my camera. It was like divine inspiration or something. But I just had this urge to like capture myself.
So when I first started out with these self portraits, it was more of like this taboo in the back of my head going, oh, like, should I be doing this? And then me going, screw that thought process. Like, I want to do this for myself and just seeing myself in these angles, in this light, in this lingerie or whatever it was. It was very empowering.
I think similar for me, like it was just, I mean, now that I have words for it, I would say like it was probably a bit of exhibitionism, like
Oh, 100%. Yes, 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 yes.
like very into that. But at
Yes.
the time, I was just like, I really enjoy this, and I couldn't say why or what it was, just that I enjoyed it. But now, when I'm thinking about it,
Hmm.
my intention is always kind of like, this is a vehicle for growth and
Yes.
self-discovery. So I guess that's kind of my mindset going into it.
Well, and then I also want to bring up the point where, so me and you have it very much in common, where we've both started these self portraits because we are into the same things, right? We like the sense of exhibitionism. We like this sense of connection. We like the way we look in photos, but not everyone is going to be feeling that way, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I feel as though um, it's important to communicate to you guys listening right now that you don't have to be an exhibitionist to be taking these self-portraits. This can just be something for you. And I think what we're trying to communicate is that this art form is something that's so truly powerful that you'll find an improvement in whatever, in your self-confidence, in your self-worth, in your self-value. You're going to feel empowered. This is very much a journey, right? And I think Melissa and I can both kind of account for that, we're still growing and it's such a beautiful journey to be on. When you see photos of yourself that you don't like, it shouldn't be the end of the world. And for me personally, it has been like my self-confidence just like rockets down and it crashes. But I'm trying to unlearn that. And there's going to be really amazing photos that I'm going to love and I'm going to keep forever. And then there's going to be photos of yourself that get captured and you're going to look at it and go, oh my God, all my flaws are showing in that. Like, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. And that's okay. You know what? You delete it or you just don't look at it and you like disconnect your sense of self from that. Imagine how many photos you're in the background of in the entire world. If you go on vacation, someone's taking a photo, you're in the background. So think about it that way. You are experiencing life, and photography is just like a quick snap of a moment. And a lot of the time, what we're doing is we are taking a quick snap of a moment in a very curated space. And that's just the way you have to think about it, is that you're going to get good photos if you set up in a certain way that's going to lead you to that end result.
Well, I guess one of the first things was the wanting to be outwardly more sensual
Mm-hmm.
and more sexual and like more confident about that part of me.
Yeah.
And OnlyFans definitely helped with that because I was able to kind of explore that side of myself that
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't really do. And self portraits in general, like you can do that totally on your own. And you're not worrying about like, ooh, will I be rejected? What will someone
Mm-hmm.
think about me? Like, you don't have to worry about any of that because it's a completely solo practice.
Exactly. One thing I kind of learned about myself through the process is that over the years, since I was a teenager, I have always sought validation. And so that has really affected me. And I consistently do things that I shouldn't be doing in order to get validation. And this was even up until last year. I would throw myself at men, I would send pictures to men like that I really shouldn't have been necessarily because, like, I don't know, it was just like always a cry for attention. And then within the last few months, to be able to connect with myself and to be able to like take it one step ahead and be able to share that with an audience and create this connection with an audience of like, this is the point of what I'm doing. I'm not doing this for attention. I'm doing this to explain and come together with other people and to showcase the art and all that stuff. It helped with the sense of I don't need validation from men. Obviously, it sometimes still plays, I still sometimes would like someone to tell me I'm pretty and all that stuff, but
Yeah.
I'm not throwing myself at people anymore,
Mhm.
and it's so phenomenal to be able to like take a step back and feel empowered and be like, yeah, no, like I know I'm a stunning, gorgeous, beautiful human being, and I have so much more to offer than my body. I'm intelligent, I have passions and desires and all this stuff, and I would love to experience life and have the relationships that come into my life also serve me and me serve them.
Yeah, and like so the activity is the same. Like for example, sending someone a nude photo. Like in both scenarios, you're sending someone a nude photo, but the intention and motivation behind it is so different,
Yeah.
and the way it makes you feel is so different.
Yeah. And like it's a thinking about dopamine, right? Sending a nude to a male for a quick validation, you get a quick dopamine hit and then it's gone. And then you're like, okay, where's my next one? Like who's gonna tell me that I'm pretty next? But when you're
Mhm.
sharing this with an audience, it takes it a step further.
The dopamine hit comes from like the creation and sharing process and not from the reaction.
Yeah, exactly. It's thank you for bringing that up. It's definitely within the process because even if I post something and I like don't get as much of a reaction as I did on a previous post, like it doesn't matter to me because the process was the most important part of the action. I feel as though I've definitely come out of my shell a little bit more, and so speaking to the reason why I've needed validation in the past, my self-confidence has always been very low, and unless I'm like in full face makeup, unless I'm like posing specifically for a photo, I've always struggled with my sense of self worth. And recently, in the last few months, I've realized that I need to untangle the two and just embrace who I am at the core. even this last week in Mexico when I was on vacation, I would tell myself when I felt a little bit like, oh my God, I'm not wearing makeup, like people are looking at me. I would just tell myself, I'd be like, you know what? Carry yourself with confidence and you'll be fine. Now, did it work all the time? No. Did I feel so much better when I did have a full face of makeup? Absolutely. But I even was paralleling like the two experiences, and at night when I would have my full face makeup out at the bar or whatever, and I'd feel so much more confident, and I would notice that people would be so much more receptive to me.
Mm.
So that's what I'm going to be working on in my next phase of growth, is connecting those two and then disentangling the other two that I was previously talking about. Basically, embracing my natural beauty and dismantling the societal ideas of beauty that are ingrained in my head.
It's not necessarily about like, okay, I have to get to the point where I never wear makeup again. Like, it's not about detaching from wearing makeup or
Mm-mm.
dressing up or whatever it is that you do, but the awareness practice of, okay, this is how I feel, and this is, the results in my life
Mm-hmm.
of how I feel.
Yeah.
Um,
And like, why do
yeah.
I feel that way? And how can I improve upon that? Because I would like to exist where I can go around and no matter what state I'm in, just feel confident and give
Mhm.
off a really good positive vibe to people and not get stuck in my own head about, oh my God, how do I look? Am I saying the right things? That's completely different. But how do I look, and how am I being perceived right now?
I think for me, um, you said, like, am I saying the right things? That actually like triggered a memory for
Okay.
me of like that has been a thing for me, where I would come off as really shy, just around like, you know, new people or
Mm-hmm.
groups of people or like anywhere where I had to actually say words in front of other people, sort of panicking about that. And
Mm-hmm.
now I don't care about that as much. Do I
Nice.
still sometimes, feel shy and a little bit anxious? Yes, but I'm aware of it
Mm-hmm.
and I can see how much it's changed. Like even on Instagram, people have messaged me and say like, "Wow, like I can really tell how confident you are. Like I can see the difference." So I feel like that's the biggest thing is that like because I feel more confident, I'm perceived, you
As
know,
more confident.
that way as well. Yeah. I think the best compliment is that I've like ever received is like, it feels so good to be in your energy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I just got the
Like
goosebumps.
people will say that. And I'm like, that is how I want to be in the world. I want people to interact with me and leave feeling good.
And better.
Um,
Better than they did
Better.
before.
Yeah. I guess that is the best external change.
Yes, 100%. And I hope that like us sharing this will help others to also experience those same feelings and thoughts and changes, because it's truly life changing.
Hmm.
All right, my friends. So that's pretty much it for now. Thank you for joining us on our first video. We hope you liked it. We hope that you kind of resonated with a few words, and I hope that what you kind of took away was that self portraits for us is something that is connective, and it's helped us improve our mind, a relationship with our mind, soul, and body. And it's a continuous process. Essentially, I want to relate to you guys and let you guys know that we have both experienced growth and we have both experienced improvements in our day to day lives through the art of self portraits. So, the next few videos in our series are going to talk about the technical side, so how to take the self portraits, and then in the last one, we'll be helping you to pose and move through a self portrait session, and that's going to be really amazing. So, thank you for joining us, and I hope that you will follow along the rest of the ride and start your own self portrait journey, because it's something that's so meaningful, and I just love it. I just love it.
Boom.
Boom. All right, guys, signing off. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.